Hi, it's Megan. I promised to do kind of a looks video with the Tom Ford eye color quad from the fall 2014 collection, the Nude Dip, which mine has fingerprints all over it because even as I clean it all the time, I cannot keep the fingerprints off the sink. That's okay, it's pretty anyway. But I'm actually going to do it as a get ready with me video, and then I'm just going to keep building on it. So I did one eye already. And I'm just kind of, this is kind of a how I use the palette and kind of one specific look, but how I build up to it. So there are 4 shades, and this is kind of like a champagne, well, golden color, I guess. Very shimmery. This is the most shimmery of the palette, and it's got like a soft, glistening, glittering highlight kind of look to it. These two are also shimmery, but they're a little bit less shimmery. So this one is kind of like a rose color, and this one is a taupe, and these are cooler, while this one's warm and this one is warm. So it's a great balanced palette. And then this is a deep brown, which I just love. It's actually my favorite color in the palette, and I'm going to try to use this. And I put a glistening lip gloss on. I don't know, it's probably too glistening for the look, but I just felt like doing it. So I'm going to show you how I did what I did and then build on it a little bit. This is kind of a darker, smokier eye. You could build on this a lot. And then I'm also going to show you some of the other products that I use, just so that you know. So since I've unfortunately already started with my holiday collection stuff, and I'll put links to the videos I did on these products, I have from the Chic to Chic by Tarte blush set. I have the Prim, which is a soft apricot pink on my cheeks. On my lips, and like I said, I probably should have done a different one, is also from Tarte. This is the Magic Wish. This was like on the site for a second. It was $5, and this is a lip gloss in Magic. I think it was a limited edition shade, and it's just a mini, but I probably should have worn the other, the Lip Surgeons, in this shade. Give it a little bit more color, take away a little sheen, it's better. And then I'm also at the end, although I don't have it on yet, I'm going to do the Vice 3, which is just called Vice, but it is Vice 3. Okay, so what do? So, just a quick overview. What I like about this palette is the consistency of the shadows. They're super creamy, super pigmented, even though they're kind of neutral and light and natural, and the fact that it is super pigmented and light and natural, and the blendability. Like, I did almost no blending with this brown up here, and you can't really see where the brown kind of fades into the other colors, and that's kind of, I have a couple pet peeves, and you're going to hear about some of them on this video, but that's one of the things I don't like. I don't like really hard lines or distinctions between my shades on my eyes, and I know there are like some amazing artistic people, especially on YouTube or on Instagram or whatever, that do amazing eye looks, and I think they're beautiful art-wise. I just, in my lifestyle, can't wear them on a daily basis, so while I admire their beauty, I can't wear them. So I like softer shadows that blend, and I just think every color in this palette is amazing, as long as you're willing to take some shimmer. But I am, and I like highlight shades. So I'm going to go through it really quickly, kind of how I use it, and then what I've done here. This is a little bit stronger look than what I do, and what I've been using this palette for, honestly, when I'm running late, I've got something in my eye, and I need like easy, low maintenance, really quick, flawless makeup, I use these. And then also, if I have one of my darker lip shades, I use some of the lighter ones here. So this champagne, this is really more gold. This is great for a couple things. Taking kind of a softer brush, and lately I've been doing more hard, small brushes just for whatever reason, but it depends again on my mood. A lot of what I do really depends on my mood. The softer, harder ones actually apply more precise. Oh, I know it's the mascara. I put mascara on this one eye just so I didn't have to do it later. They provide just more precision, and since I've been using softer, more blendable, amazing shadows, I don't really need a softer application because they blend so easily. I don't really need to do that to get the... So I use this. You can use this actually as a highlight too. Just dotting it on the top of your cheekbones. Putting it here, putting it here. It's a great highlight shade. What I like is that by putting it up here with the fact that it's a little bit more shimmery, it really opens up my eyes. If I'm in a hurry and don't want to put other makeup on or have a really dark, bold eye color, lip color, this is great as just a shadow on the lid. But the trick to it is taking a softer brush, and this is kind of my favorite, this little, they call it a smokey eye brush. It's like a pointy little thing. And just blending it really softly under the eye so that you get a line under here too that matches. Or this can be used really quickly in the inner corner. It's a great trick, just putting a little highlight shade in the inner corner, but I think it's one of the most abused, misused tricks too. If you put a shadow or put too much shadow that's a little defined, in an artistic look it can be really pretty, but in real life it looks really artificial. So this is a great shade because it just gives you that highlight, and when I do it, I'm not actually just putting it in the corner, I'm actually lining that whole inner corner, and this shade is super great for that. What's unusual about this palette is when they have 4 shades like this, what I usually find is I'll take one of the kind of these 2 shades and I'll put one in the inner corner and I'll put one in the outer corner. I kind of don't like doing that with this palette. They're about the same color depth, I don't know, darkness, and so I just don't like doing that. It doesn't flow in my mind. What I prefer doing is, this one's got more of a brown and this one's got more of a pink. So you can do this with, I guess, more of a taupe. This you could do with purples if you want to mix it in with something. This one you can do with pinks, reds. So I kind of feel like they just have a different use. And so what I do with both of them is, what I really do, is I'll put them on my lid and then into the crease. And then since I love this brown so much, I've usually been taking a brush like this. Again, I want a softer line, I don't really want a hard line, and I just line under. There's actually a little bit of eyeliner left here because I was playing with these earlier, and it didn't all come off. I line with the darker brown underneath, and then I take a lighter color and do like this inner third, and then I put the gold right in there so that it's a softer line, and then I'll put some of the brown in the crease. If I'm really ambitious, and I mean I can do this look in like a second, less than a minute, and I'm out the door and I look flawless. I did it yesterday actually, because I had like a minute to get ready with everything, and it's just flawless. So my favorite shade of the whole palette is this dark brown, and this, I don't even know what to say about it. If you wet it, you can create a really dark line. It's just something you can smoke up. You can mix it with black, and I did a little bit of a smoky eye, but with this look here you could also add a black on the waterline just to make it super smoky, and I'm gonna add some color to it as well at the end. But I just love, look how pretty, like it's just so pretty. Look how it blends. There are very few, I don't know, I stare at this particular brown, I'm like, oh, it blends so beautifully. So what I did, and I mixed here, the other shadow, the other thing I mixed in is this Lancome Kohl Crayon. I like the Kohl because, first of all, it matched well enough. It's not always easy to match the right brown, but this matched. And then also, this is the color Black Coffee. The Kohls only come in black and brown from Lancome. I also like the fact that the Kohls don't set quite as fast as some of the others, so when I was smudging, when you have a blendable shadow like this and I was already smudging, I really wanted that flexibility. So this was actually the first pencil I picked up, and as I started playing with others, I did find others that worked, but some of them were limited edition. This is just a regular collection. Look how big it is. It's expensive, but it's big. So anyway, I take this, and we're not going to start there. We're going to start, this is just a soft, small brush. And I'm going to do this in my little mirror because I can see better. So I'm going to take the brush, pat it in here, and then I'm just going to put a little highlight right here. And this is one of those shades that almost doesn't show, even on my skin, but it's really got quite a sheen to it. Do that, and then I'm going to take the same brush, and I'm going to use the taupe. I'm not going to use the rose one for this look, but you could do either. It kind of depends what other shades you're wearing. And I just apply that right onto the lid. And I do this stuff really fast, and then I like to blend a little bit more of the top color in. Now I take the Kohl, and since it's not going to dry as fast, I have a little bit more flexibility. And I'm going to use, after I use this, I'm going to use this little eyeshadow brush, really short. And it's kind of, it's not hard exactly, but it's definitely not a soft brush. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to line the eye. Like this. Now I've not created the best line, honestly, and I'm going right into, how would I say it? I'm going right into the inner lining part of the eye right there, just so that we don't see the white at the inner corner. And then I'm going to go out, and I don't like a hard line on my whole eye, so I'm just lining the outer corner about a third of the way in. Now, since it didn't dry so fast, it's great for a video, we're gonna take this little brush, and this is so pigmented, I find I don't need to use it wet. No, you can. And so I just dotted my brush at it, and now I'm gonna start smudging this a little bit with the eyeliner. This both gives me a softer look, and it also lasts longer than using just the shadow. And I'm blending it both in and out because I find it blends better. And even though I put, I think, too much liner on, which I did on the other eye too, it's still working. It's blending out really well. And so I don't completely like the line on the inner parts. So I'm gonna go back and kind of perfect it. I just didn't like the fact that it wasn't all the way to the lashes, in my opinion, even after smudged. And then I'm going to smudge, and I'm actually smudging in the lashes so that it's going down a little bit more. I can't really have I don't have the patience, kind of, I forget what it's called, where you dot it right into the lashes. But this is kind of getting the same effect. Now, we've got that going about a third. I'm going to take this again, and I'm going to line it about 2/3 in. But it's a softer line than with the eyeliner. Then here, okay, so the corner is really like a huge thing for me, and you'll see as I kind of, you're gonna see a lot of my pet peeves in this particular look. So I like this to kind of gradiate out a little bit. I don't like a really thin line on the outer corner. And then I'm gonna take this into the crease. Again, dotted really softly, because these are super pigmented, so I don't need to get a lot on my brush. And if you look how, like, even just the basic first bit of blending I do, you almost can't see the line between the shadows. It just, and this one just automatically blends right in there. So then we're gonna go back. Now I'm gonna drive you crazy with my ADD, whatever. And now I'm really defining the corner and fanning it out a little bit more. And then again, softening it by brushing it all the way in. Okay, now I'm taking again my little favorite brush and doing kind of the dirty work. So we're taking the taupe again, and now I'm brushing it really from where the lashes start all the way to the inner eye, and I'm fanning it out about 2/3. So we're blending it to get a softer line, like that. Then I'm taking the same one and I'm dotting it in that gold, and now I'm lining that inner part, not getting it in my eye because this is a shadow, and I'm going about, I don't know, 1/5 of the way out. Now I have watery eyes, and especially in the outer corner, so I always redefine one more time, just that little bit right there. And then I'm taking my brush again and just kind of softening that, and again widening it. So my line is coming up past kind of where the shadow goes. So there's the basic look, and you can do it without the eyeliner, but I just really like how pretty this, I don't know, this brown, I just look at it in the mirror, I'm just staring at the brown, not even staring at myself, I'm just staring at that brown going, oh my god, I love that brown. Now the Vice 3, since I'm just playing around with the new stuff, I decided that I'm going to do 2 different colors on the eye. So I'm going to do one that's like a blue and one that's like a reddish one, since all these reds are kind of in this year. I'm not loving any of these reds for the look I'm looking for, but we're going to take, I don't know, I think what we're going to do is we're going to take, which one should we do? We'll take ooh, maybe we should do Bondage. Yeah, let's do Bondage. Let's do Alchemy because I want a brighter one. We'll do Alchemy, and then we're also going to do Freeze. So if you wanted to use a shade like Bondage, you know what, we're going to do Bondage just to get a really smoky eye look. I wasn't going to do it, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm like, oh, let's do that. So let's get a really dark smoky look. So again, I'm going to take this right here. So Bondage, just to show you, is like a black burgundy. And what I'm going to do is really smoke up this look a little bit more. And then I'll do a brighter one on the other eye. So I'm going to mix in this darker shade using my smoky eye brush right here. And then I'm also going to use a smoky eye brush to dot it into the corner. And I'm going to do about a quarter of the way in on the outer eye. And then add a little bit more into the crease. And I'm going to use a different brush later to soften it a little bit. And then I'm going to take this brush, which is like a hard shadow brush, take a little bit of the brown and mix it in here. And then dot a little bit right in here. And then kind of soften and smooth. And I will wash my brushes after this. And now in this case, I should have brought a black eyeliner, but we'll just do the brown instead. What I would do, and I'm actually going to dot a little bit of that, just on me, dotting a little bit of that champagne gold right in there works. And now, I'm going to just line the upper waterline. And the lower waterline. And so now we have like a total smoky eye look, but, oh God, that's not a brush, that's a liner. But because we did kind of a reddish shade, it doesn't look quite as Halloweenish, and I feel like I need to blend that a little bit more. There. Total smoky eye. Kind of looks odd in the light. Now on the other side, I'm going to take a blue. I'm taking Freeze, which is like an aqua blue. And I'm just going to put it in the outer crease a little bit to mix in with the brown. And then blend. And then I like to blend a little bit again. And this I don't actually go all the way in. So with the blue, just to brighten up the eye, I put it under just about a quarter of a way in here. And then I just blended it into the outer third, outer half of my crease. But I didn't go all the way in because I find that if I put a brighter color on the outside of the eye, it totally opens my eyes up and gives it just too many neutrals on me just look too blah. So this opens up the eye and adds a lot of depth. This right here though, I wanted to again gradiate it in a little bit. So there's a soft little bit of that burgundy that's going all the way in, but just a tiny little bit. So anyway, that's a couple ways of doing it. Let me just do one eye. Let's do this. This side, that side. Anyway, those are some ideas. Kind of just like a fun get ready with me tutorial on a couple ways to use the Nude Dip. And what I actually really use it for every day, honestly, is just, like I said, super quick, super flawless, super natural makeup. Hope that helps. Comments are welcome. And please subscribe on YouTube. If you have this was a video idea suggestion, so if you have video idea suggestions, please let me know. And I've been super busy, so I've been super slow with these, but I will get to them, I promise. Thanks. Most of the time. I did have one not that long ago, actually I'm going to add a caveat. I did have one where the palette suggested sold out before I got it. That one I couldn't do. Thanks.